and smell and touch and taste as well. 55 seconds, almost there guys, hang in there. And we're going straight to our burpees, good. And you know what, he's only 5, but he actually got it. And he's like, Daddy, I'm grateful for the fact that I can see. I'm grateful for I can taste things. And all these things, and he went straight from negative, so a negative vibration, feeling frustrated that we hadn't given him Easter eggs yet, to moving into that positive vibration. Just knowing that he had so much to be grateful for in that present moment. Good, almost time. That's time there. Have a little break into round 2. So yeah, that was really nice. So just taught him to be grateful for nothing else but just having his senses. I think that's an important lesson for all of us, just to remind ourselves when we're feeling down that we are so lucky to have the things we have, starting with, our health. So, all right, it's about 30 seconds to a minute break on the second round. So we'll just reset that clock. And final round, guys, we're gonna get straight into it. Mountain climbers ready to go. Clock starts now, and go for it. Really getting that heart rate right up. Trying to visualize your abs here, pulling your legs in every time. So my knees are coming all the way in and all the way out. I'm not just doing little ones like that. So when I by that, I mean I'm not just doing this. I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. But on the mat, yeah? Like that. That's what it looks like, yeah? How much time we got? Okay, going, you can watch the clock from here. Doing great. Three, 2, 1, straight to crunches, straight into it, no breaks. Anyway, I hope you all had a safe Easter, happy Easter. Kind of a strange Easter, it's the first time ever I haven't spent it with all of our family. Normally we go to Bendigo for Dee's family, and then do some of these ones with my family the other half of Easter. But obviously if the travel restrictions, we're on the same boat, we'll probably just spend it with our own immediate family, or if you're alone by yourself. Good, and straight to our lunge and knee drive. So straight into it, for lunging with a knee drive or kick, which is another really important key. You've heard me talk about one of the key attributes of what you do is staying social. And I think I just saw on the news tonight, not that I watch the news much, but I just saw how support services such as Beyond Blue and Lifeline and that, which my mum works on Lifeline, has gone up like 40% or something like that in the last few weeks in demand, and are predicting a much higher growth in the next 4 weeks. And a lot of that is because we're not, we're out of our day-to-day routines. Good. And that's 60 seconds, swap sides. So part of it is because we're not being social as much as we probably were. And, you know, one of the biggest, one of the most influential factors on your longevity of life is how social you are. It's just so important. So obviously, if you're lucky enough to still have a job, you know, I really miss the interaction I have with you guys. I really do. I said to Dee yesterday how much I actually miss it. Probably more than I realised. Because I really work on my own. And sure, I catch up with friends here and there, but, you know, since all this has happened, I haven't been. And I really feel that in person will stop there. And squats, I really feel that in-person social interaction lacking. And if you're not careful, it can get you down. But then today for Easter lunch, for example, you know, we called our family and that, and it was good to hear from them. And you can get on that. You can get on Facebook, all those things. I actually just saw that the page that Rav set up, thanks Rav, that you set up for me on Messenger, people have been interacting. I do need to be more social on that. I'm going to make an effort to get more on the internet. But yeah, I think it's an important lesson for all of us to use whatever technology devices we can to stay as social as we can during these times. Good, I'm going to straight to push-ups next. I'm probably talking too much. When you do push-ups, try to breathe out and the way up. But yeah, it's just another variable of many variables required to achieve balance, live a happy, healthy, full life. We're going for time, 35 seconds, halfway, keep going. Get those arms, chest, shoulders burning. There's no rep count here, it's just your max, okay? Good, straight to a ski squat for wall angel. I was going to say something else and I forgot what I was going to say. I lost my thought then. Yeah, it's just important that we stay positive, remain optimistic, and not let those negative self-talk demons creep in, otherwise known as the ego, because it always can. So, as I've said with everything in life, awareness is the most powerful thing. When we become aware of anything, such as negative self-talk, the very fact of your awareness and mindfulness goes straight to your side plank of the situation itself, breaks any attachment to it and really eases the suffering. So and that's the whole purpose. Like, you know, for those of you, I know we've stopped doing the 3 Keys coaching. I am setting up all the online stuff at the moment still. Believe it or not, I thought I would have had way more time to do that, but just between looking after the kids most of the time, and I haven't had as much time as I needed to finish it yet, but I'm only a few weeks off. And when that gets back, when that's all back and running, I'll let you know. And each week we'll be focusing on a key attribute, but in a much bigger way than we have before. Swap sides. All the way up. But yeah, all these little things are just little parts of the puzzle that we need to achieve that balance, which you're probably sick of me talking about. I'm always rambling on about a holistic solution, I know. I suppose the reason why I'm so passionate about that holistic solution is just because, you know, you look around society and you just see so much illness, so many mental health problems. I should have faced the other way so I could see the clock. 5 more seconds. And yeah, I suppose it saddens me a little bit. Good, straight to burpees, let's go. Yeah, I'm just really passionate about people living their best life, being the best version of themselves. And if just one of these attributes that I talk about are out, as in you're not doing it, or you're not doing it to a high level, then unfortunately, how much time we got? 20 seconds to go. Hang in there. Last exercise. We don't have that balance. Good, 10 seconds. Hang in there. Time for one more. Well done, guys, well done. Good work. Yeah, so yourself a shake. Yeah, so just some alternating arm leg raises. Do some of these. Yeah, you need to be focusing on all these attributes all the time, and I know it's not easy. But if one's out, it can throw your whole life out of balance. Good. We'll go straight to a pigeon stretch next. Grab a drink if you want a quick drink. Just do some stretches, stretch down. So down dog. Do it this way so you can see. So down dog, like that. And I'm pushing one heel down, then your opposite heel down. If you can't get it to the floor, that's okay. But what we're doing is just pushing down there. On my right side, and then my left side, holding that. Really pushing down with my head. So I should feel that in my shoulders, all on the top of my shoulders here, and all the way through my calf, my hamstring there. Good. And from here, we're going to go right knee to right elbow, cross it in towards your left wrist, and slide that knee back. I'm going to move that glass forward, and then surrender into it. I'll face this way because these are really hard on my knees, especially after being in the garden day in, day out. My knees and lower back are very sore. Literally just overworked, to be honest. Overworked. Not complaining. It's just, yeah. That's why we need to always stay as strong as we can. Stay on top of our exercise. If you don't do exercise and stretching, like yoga-based stretches for 1 week, the difference in your body is remarkable. You'll find that you'll sleep much less. You'll have a lot more pain in your body. You'll feel a hell of a lot more lethargic. and you open yourself up to a myriad of illness, physical and mental. And that's not my opinion. That's, well, I know it from qualitative analysis, but it's also quantitative. It's all these attributes that I talk about, they're all backed by science. None of it is pseudoscience. It's all fully backed by science. A lot of the spiritual stuff I talk about, 15 years ago when I started talking about this stuff, yeah, there wasn't a lot of science backing behind it, but now there is a huge amount. And things like epigenetics and quantum physics have all proven that there is so much more, and they've proven the oneness of the universe, and that there is a hell of a lot more that we don't really know or understand, part of which is just that higher power. Call it whatever you want, call it source, call it God, call it creator, call it the field, call it energy, call it your higher self, call it your best self, your true self. There's a lot that we don't know. Just because we don't really know or understand it exactly doesn't mean it's not real, because it is. So what I'm doing here, I'm reaching all the way up. If you're finding this one too hard, you can't balance, just do one hand. If the hand's too hard, just do the opposite hand. But if you can, do both. So I'm reaching all the way up, finding length, and all the way back. Then I'm rotating around. So if my right knee's in front, I twist my body around to my right side. You want to feel that releasing all through that hip flexor, sides your lower back, quadratus lumborum. Good. Going to grab our foot or our ankle, and we're just stretching our quads out there. So bringing that heel right up towards your bum or past your bum on the side. Oh, so all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to swap sides now. And we're going to go to the opposite side, some pedaling. And we're going to go your left knee to left elbow, cross it in towards your right wrist, slide your right one back. I'll move back a little bit, so I'm not sure where the camera goes here, if I'm out of the camera or not. I should really move this rower. I haven't got much room here to put it because the kids play here in this room, but I might try and move it next time. All right, just relaxing into it. Just giving thanks to your body for doing a good workout. Coming back to what I was talking about earlier in the session, today being Easter, and telling my son to be happy in the present moment rather than only when he's got Easter eggs or the 6 hours up until the Easter egg hunt. Being diverted away from the present and not being happy because he's in a state of wanting. Bringing that presence here into this moment, being thankful for our own senses, our own limbs, the fact that we have 2 arms and legs, the fact that we can exercise is a gift. And we're lucky to be able to do so. So why not embrace that and utilize that and give thanks to that. Thanks to our bodies for everything that they do in each and every moment. And the automatic nervous system, all the things that are going on inside of our body on automatic pilot to maintain homeostasis and balance. The body's truly a remarkable, amazing vehicle. And the more we love our body and give thanks to our body, the more our body works with us to achieve what we want to achieve. Self-hatred, wanting to change your body out of self-hatred, does the opposite. Your body will actually do the opposite and not work with you. That's why I've always said the key to motivation, the key to change is positive reinforcement and self-love. It's the only way. I'm reaching right up towards the ceiling, twisting around to my left side this time because my left knee's out. Holding that, leaving that all those muscles stretched there. If you want, you can hold on. Good. And stretching our quads out. Good. Filling out all 3 quads. The more you guys can stretch, the better you're going to feel. As simple as that. The better your body will work. You know, the yoga gurus do yoga every day for an hour, especially in countries like India. You know, they'll wake up super early and do the yoga routine. We'll do our stretch rollover next. Oh, actually, we'll do a lat stretch actually while we're here. So child's pose like that. Fill out your lower back. So all I'm doing here in child's pose is reaching forward my fingers. My bum is pretty much on my heels if you can. Relaxing into that. Should be feeling that through your lower back. And then all I'm going to do from here is I'm crawling around to one side. So my left hand, my right hand, tracking that around, going all the way around. All the way around like that until I feel that stretch, pulling all the way through my lat. So my lat is under my armpit. So this would be under my left armpit, going all the way down, almost into my lower back, my big lat muscle. I'm bringing my head as close to the ground as possible and really just feeling that stretch there. The more pressure I can apply downwards with my whole upper body, the more it's going to stretch and release my lats, and the further over the side I can get, the same. Even feel it in the back of your tricep. And just letting go of your breath every time. Every time you let go of your breath, sink deeper and deeper. Good, then we're crawling around again to the opposite side. I'm feeling that through my right lat. Downward pressure on my upper body. And also through my tricep there too. You should be feeling that through your tricep. All the way through here if you're looking. But you shouldn't be looking. All the way down. Oops. Almost broke a glass. Normally it's my kids breaking glasses. Now it's me. Good. And inching our way back around. Good. Next we'll do a chest stretch rollover. So move that out of the way. Stop that clock. Turn that one off. We don't need that. It's a bit distracting. So lying on my chest, making a T again. And all I'm doing here, I don't know if you can see that arm there. Turn this hand over, turning it over and rolling over it. I've got my speaker in my hip here. Go over it. Oh gosh, that hurts. I've got my speaker right on my hip bone. I've got very bony hips and put the arm up a bit higher. So the goal here is you want to get your left bum cheek on the ground if you can. And both feet pointing up. Yeah, every time I roll over, this thing digs right into my hip bone and it absolutely kills.
Now, all I'm doing here is stretching out all my AC joint with my shoulder. You should feel that through the front of your shoulder. Might run down your arm a little bit. You might feel it on the back of your inside of your shoulder too, if you're tight. Good. Then we'll do the opposite side. Oh. Turn that hand over and rolling over. Good. You might also feel it on your forearms a little bit too, depending if you're tight through forearms. I've been doing a hell of a lot of gardening, so my forearms are absolutely tender to touch, so I can really feel this stretch through the top of my arms, all my extensors, they're called.
And we'll just do one more stretch here. So we've done a fair bit of work on our obliques and that on our sides. Just do your triangle stretch. So we'll go to warrior two, so front knee slightly bent, back foot's on that angle. All right, I'm straightening my body up, so I'm pushing the walls away from me, okay, walls away from me. And then all I'm doing, straighten my hands up. My left hand goes down, my left leg goes straight, my right leg straight. And all I'm doing, I'm trying to touch these fingers to the ground if you can, but if you can't, it's fine. This hand straight up, I'm looking straight up at this hand. So it's just a quick triangle stretch, like that. And I'm looking up this hand. Now, if that's too easy, put your palm on the ground and then reach up. Now I'm opening this arm right back. A lot of people are so tight, there are hands here. So if you get that right back, you feel it in the back of your shoulder, and look right up at that hand. Should be feeling that maybe in the back of your shoulder, but mostly in your adductors, which are the sides of your inner thighs, and your hamstring a little bit. We're going to go straight to a hamstring stretch also while we're here, just a quick one. So all I'm doing here, bending this knee, bring this foot in a little bit, then straighten the leg out, like that, and then slowly going down, down, down. Fingers to the ground if you can. If you can't, just fingers on your leg. And bringing my nose towards my knee. So both legs are straight here. Both legs are straight. If you can touch your nose to your knee, it's too easy. Then go your chin to your knee. Vice versa. It's reaching all the way down. Feeling that all through your hamstrings. And every time you breathe out, letting yourself go further and further down. And we're slowly inching our way back up. Good, and we stay in that position. All I'm doing from here is just turning around, hardly moving. Same thing, bend this front knee, back leg out. We're going to warrior two, so I'm pushing the walls away from me. Right, hands straight, and we're going to go straight in the front leg. Then go straight to our triangle pose again. So both hands out, palms out. This hand goes to the ground or even to here, it doesn't matter. Right, whatever you can do. All right, whatever your flexibility level is. Straight down and looking up at that hand there. So both legs are straight here, don't forget. I've got that speaker right in my hip. Keep going, guys. Move it around. Oh, that's better. It's actually quite a massive speaker and it digs into my hip on so many movements. It's really annoying, but if I just go off the sound of the phone, you guys would hardly hear me because the phone's about 3 meters away from me. So that's why I've got this little lapel kit. Good. You can also go palm down if you want. I'm a little bit tighter on this side, so I can really feel that on my adductor and hemi. Good. And I'm going to turn it into a hamstring stretch. All I'm doing is bring this foot in a little bit. Don't forget, like before, a little bit wider apart if I want to. And then both legs straight and slowly going down. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't think I've ever worked as hard as I've worked in the garden in the last few weeks. Probably the last 3 days. And
It's amazing how many muscles you actually use that are probably different to the gym. So I'm strong and fit, but I can still pull up really sore from going, so hard in the garden. And different muscles. It's that real strength endurance from just digging all day. But it's great, it keeps you fit. And that's a good message for increasing the amount of incidental exercise. So obviously you know the difference, structured and incidental exercise. So structured being, this would be a structured gym session, structured workout. Incidental would be things like gardening or, walking to and from the shops, from your house, walking around the block to walk your dog. That's all incidental exercise. So bringing that nose all the way to your knee or past your knee, chin to your knee, whatever you can do. Both legs straight. Good. Hold on. Give your foot a shake. Hands a shake. Good. Well done, guys. Well, that's the workout for the week. I'm not sure if my head's in the camera. That's a workout for the week. Like I said, try and do it 2 to 3 times during the week, preferably on non-consecutive days. So something like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or even if you do it twice, once is okay, but you won't really get any improvement. You might maintain, but you want to always be looking to work out at least twice a week. Do as much yoga-based stretching as you can as well, and obviously as much cardiovascular work as you can. Let me know your thoughts on the workouts again, and if you're enjoying them. And I'll chat to you guys next time. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.